Ow, hot.
Would you like a glass of man the up?
The Meat Show is coming to you from London today, and we are in front of Hawksmoor Borough. Hawksmoor specializes in British beef that is grass-fed 100% and dry-aged. Richard Turner, the main man here, is going to cook a beef feast. We're going to be using British beef that has been aged to perfection. So let's go in on and see what Richard Turner has planned for us. Follow me. What are we starting with?
So we thought we'd do like a Italian version of chopped steak, seasoned with some lemon zest, a little bit of lemon juice, olive oil, parmesan.
You also hang this beef, which is what is called dry aging in the States, right?
Yeah, it's quite important. I mean, I see a lot of steakhouses sort of aging ribs in a fridge, and that's not really doing anything, I don't think. But we're not great on aging. We don't sort of age for excessive amounts of time. We age for like 5 weeks. A little bit of lemon zest, just a bit of parmesan that we put in there. Not a huge amount. A bit of lemon juice. Extra virgin olive oil. I mean, this is based on an Italian recipe. So my pronunciation is not great, but this is colatura de leche di Tartare, which is the juice that comes out of loads of anchovies when they're pressed. It's very fishy, so you only use a tiny, like a couple of drops maybe.
Anchovies in British cooking, I mean, look, Worcester sauce has anchovies in it, right?
Yeah, we've been using anchovies in cookery for hundreds and hundreds of years.
All right, let's get stuck in there and try out the tartare. God, you just, even smelling it, you get hit with the combination of the parmesan and that anchovy.
Umami flavours on umami flavours. You got lemon?
I love the way it cuts through everything. It's so tender. The bread is more chewy than the meat, for sure.
Yeah.
It is a herbaceous flavor. That comes through the beef, right?
This is my favourite way of eating raw beef.
It's very revealing of your beef, isn't it, when you serve it raw like this?
That's why we do it. I mean, in a classic steak tartare, you've got gherkins and capers and ketchup and
Mustards. And
mustard and, you know, Worcester sauce and Tabasco, which is delicious, but it completely overwhelms the beef.
So this is what's called in the States prime rib, which it's called, it's a rib roast here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you basically just slow cook this above the coals.
Yeah, a lot of people would cook this to medium rare. I don't. I mean, I'm a big medium fan for this cut because it breaks down all the fat.
I love corn-fed beef. Like, the best piece of meat I've ever eaten has been corn-fed. But I know that you have a particular opinion about corn feeding, right?
Corn is like a super fuel. It's like nuclear power fuel, and it fattens up an animal so fast that it can bring an animal to kill weight in 18 months, no problem whatsoever. For me, it's unnatural. It's evolved to eat grass, clover, mosses, herbs. What we do when we corn feed is give nuclear fuel to an animal not designed to eat it, and then we slaughter it just before it explodes or dies, and then we serve it. And to me, that's unnatural.
Fair enough, but the fact is that just the act of killing that animal to eat it is offensive to some people. As offensive as feeding that animal corn is to you.
Maybe.
I mean, look at this glorious piece of meat. And by slow roasting it, you really do get that edge-to-edge medium. Do you find there's a big difference in cooking American-style beef? It responds differently to...
Totally. I'm not an American beef expert. I don't cook it, but my experience is that it's already soft, so you don't need to rest it. This has had a life, it's walked around a bit, it's eaten grass, it's a natural piece of beef, so you have to rest it for at least 20 minutes or slow cook it in this case.
Which is what you've done.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse rest, but for a very long period of time. This is 5 hours it's been cooking.
I love the rib cap. It's the best piece of meat, and look at this, the fiber, the way it comes apart. Oh, you can smell some age on that.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? That is fantastic. So you have all the tenderness that you would get, I think, slow roasting a piece of beef, but you can absolutely taste that charcoal. I mean, it really is. It's an inflection. It's not like barbecue where it's like the first thing that hits you is that smoke wallop, right?
Yeah.
Here, you get the beefy flavor, but then you get this subtle smokiness coming on, and it's really a nice finish. Obviously, it's beef. The cut is the same, right? But quite different to what we're used to in the... We've eaten in New York steakhouses.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I love that style of beef. But it's not something I'm looking for when I travel. And I think that's ultimately what we should be going for, is a true sense of terroir. Okay, well, we could probably bore the audience all night long by arguing about grain versus grass-fed, but what we should actually be doing is finishing this wine, finishing this delicious grass-fed beef. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.
Cheers, Nick.
Thank you very much for having us. We'll see you on the next episode of The Meat Show. Cheers.
Back in the 1800s, they were slaughtering the animals out on the street.
Right.
So it was the best cut that they had.
So it could